On the air everywhere, this is New England Broadcasting.
Come Monday, it'll be alright.
Monday morning, you sure look fine. Rainy days, Mondays always get me down.
Whatever.
Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays.
It's just another manic Monday.
Monday, so good to me.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Oh boy.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Welcome to the program. It is the Ron Van Dam Show. I'm the one in the middle. Thanks for coming. Have a nice day. See ya. Oh, if it were only that simple. But it's not. Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Make yourself comfortable. I'll take it from here. Do you trust me? You should. I haven't hurt you just yet. But just wait. All right, let's gather around the campfire without touching each other and have a good time. Shall we roast some marshmallows? Should we put sugar on a stick and light it on fire till it burns and then eat the carbon? That sounds like fun. I was never a Cub Scout or a Boy Scout because I didn't care for those people. I just couldn't see sitting in a circle with other boys. And it's not my thing. I don't know what to tell you. I can't see sitting in a circle with anybody. I mean, I know. Bunch of Boy Scouts, yeah, bottom of the list, but still, man, no, nothing's acceptable. Your background music, your theme song, your closing theme, all composed by Jason Shaw, who has released his music unto us for that usage. Thank you, Jason. He does the incidental music incidentally. And then there's John Shanahan, comedy writer. He does the opening announcements, much of the little comedy bits that we do on the show. Thank you, Johnny. And then, of course, there's Nicole Reed. She's the British voice that you hear at the beginning of the program. She books many of our national interviews. Ed O'Rourke, every once in a while, comedy writer, gives us a little something to play. And there are others that make the show what it is. It's their fault, not mine. Let's not make this too crazy. Well, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but the Omicron thing is back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please prepare yourselves. It is that time again for Ron's Fact of the Day.
Call it Omicron, call it Delta, call it Beta, call it Omicron, call it what you want. It's that stuff that still lingers that makes life not so much back to normal. And it's upon us again. Now South Africa is creating these variants. Not creating, it's where they're coming from. I don't know how this happens. And it's spreading all over the place, and it's spreading in the United States. Cases are up by 50%. Hospitalizations are up again. Deaths are up again just a tad. I mean, it's just, here we go again, my friends. And the predictions now are that the summer and early fall is going to be another variant, and I think we're living with variants now. So that's not wonderful. Now you have to be careful again. I'm telling you, man, it's confusing as hell. And again, not too sure if this spreads more easily, if the vaccinations are up to par with the new variant, if my sister wears jeans that are ripped in the knee. I can't tell what's going to happen anymore. I don't know if that's a dry skin or precancerous. I have no idea what's going on anymore. So that's the deal. Can I be honest with you? Just you and me. Don't tell anybody else, because this is very embarrassing. All that stuff where you couldn't touch other people, I kind of liked it. No more hugs, just a little fist bump if we even touch knuckle skin. But please stay away from me, about 6 feet, Let's make believe we have a minor restraining order against each other. It wasn't so horrible. Oh, but I wanted to hug people. All right, you're the kind of person I didn't want around to begin with. There was that built-in excuse if you didn't want to see somebody, and to me, that's like a lot of people. That was a built-in excuse. Oh, I can't see you. I can't be close to people. I'm concerned about COVID. Oh, okay. I respect that. That was nice. You didn't have to make up stupid excuses. Oh, no, I got a dental appointment on Tuesday. I really can't see you. No, I can't. I've got I have to have my car fixed. It's been making a little bit of noise. I got to get the car thing taken care of. I can't see. I can't have lunch with you. I can't see. You didn't have to make excuses like that. You could even get out of jury duty. It was not so bad as far as the excuse thing was concerned. If only people weren't getting sick and dying as a result, that was not good. But the excuse part it was wonderful. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like people. Well, it kind of is, actually. To be honest with you, it's pretty much what it is. All right, anyway. Well, that's the fact. The COVID's back. My old friend COVID is back again. And here's the disappointing part to this from what they know so far. And when I say they, I have no idea who that is. The people who know this stuff have said that, this variant, if you had the Omicron, you could get this. I mean, it's not like if you had COVID before, now you can't get it again. That's not true anymore. You can get it again. Oh, will I get it worse? We don't know. Do you know my middle name? I don't know your middle name. We don't know. Do you know what I'm going to have for breakfast tomorrow? We don't know. We're assuming it's going to be egg or oatmeal or something, but we don't know. We just don't know. Do you know what the lottery numbers are? We don't know. We don't know what the lottery numbers are. Call your convenience store. We don't know. We don't know what they are. We think we know what they are, but we don't know what they are. Okay. Oh, man. How you doing? We have an interesting guest coming up a little bit later in the program. We'll get into that as we get on a little bit later into the program. Then we'll get into the guest part. But right now, no. Right now, it's you and me. Yeah, we're stuck in a room together. No touching, but we're stuck in a room. I hate small print. Ron, what kind of transition is that? I hate small print out of the blue? What you were talking about the Omicron thing, and now you hate small print. What the hell is going on with you? Oh, okay. Segway, it's called. Isn't Segway that little motorized thing that people fall off of and don't do anymore? Isn't remember that, the Segway? Oh yeah, man. Everybody was on a motorized scooter. Remember that? What happened to that? Maybe I'm living in the wrong part of the country, and maybe other places it's popular. I have no idea. It's not popular where I live anymore. No way. Anyway, small print, I can't stand it. I have a cell phone, which a smartphone. Sorry. I don't know the right terminology. And I'm getting a little bit older, I've found, as the days passed. Have you found that to be the case? All of a sudden it's another birthday, and you're saying, ooh, like, slow this down, boy. This is not good. Let's slow down this birthday recurrence thing. It was fun when I was a child and a young adult. Get a little bit older, not that much fun anymore. No. Birthdays just mean there's another part of the body that's starting to hurt. Anyway, small print. So now I'm looking at my cell phone, I'm looking at the screen, and I'm having a little bit trouble seeing it. I mean, I can see the cell phone, but I can't see the little tiny little words that apparently are made for little small people and midgets. I can't see that stuff. Do you remember, I think it was about 6-7 years ago, there was the Samsung Note something. I don't know which Note it was, Note 5, Note 3, I have no idea. But the cell phone was huge. It was wonderful. It was like a tablet that you could put in your pocket. It still fit in your pants pocket, guys. It still fit in your pocketbook, girls. It was huge, though, and it was great. You could see everything. If you were to show somebody a picture of something, of your dog on your cell phone, it was a nice big picture. Now cell phones have gotten smaller. And then they came out with this Apple Watch, which apparently you can always see how your apple's doing in the orchard. I can't read a damn thing I can't even read the time on the Apple Watch. How small is print going to get? Until somebody says, okay, this sucks. I can't read this stuff anymore. It's too small. Well, Ron, you can always take your fingers and manipulate them so that you can magnify what's on the screen. Now, every time I try to do that, it cuts off and it goes to some kind of a video game. I can't. I'm sick of manipulating things. Just make the damn screens bigger. I don't like small print at all. Well, Ron, there is a setting in the cell phone for the font and the size of the font. Yeah. So, how do I read something on a cell phone screen with the font really large? Then I'm looking at like 3 letters at a time. That doesn't do me any good. I can't read the context. I don't like small print. I don't like small things. The older I get, the larger I want them to be. Recently, I went, and I won't disclose why, I was given a contract to sign. It would have been to my benefit, by the way, to sign this contract. But I have a problem with contracts because it has small print. And I've just told you how I feel about small print. Look out for small print, and I'll tell you why. Because in a contract, everything is like regular size. The letters are regular size, easy to read. Then you get to the part where the letters are really small. And you know damn well they're small for a reason. First they figure it's too small for me to read. I'll just say okay and check the box that I've read it and I agree, even though I can't read it because the print's too small. Or the person who put the small print in says, well, don't worry about it. It's just a standard thing. It's nothing. I won't hold you to it. You can sign it. I won't hold you to it, though. Between you and me, you're agreeing to my terms, but I won't hold you to it. Well, then why is it in there? Well, it's a standard form. Standard small print, something's in there. Now, if in the small print it said, I'll give up my firstborn child, I'll gladly sign that. That's a joke. I don't mean that. But you know what I'm saying? Especially when they're young and crying and have gas. Yeah, I'll hand over the firstborn. Sure, no problem. Small print, man, scares the hell out of me because there's something in that that's wrong. When you watch a TV commercial for all these drugs that help you live, which is good, you know, yeah, it's a new drug we have called Sequoia. It takes care of your acne and your bulimia, and it's Sequoia. 2 pills a day, and you're fine, and your rashes will go away, and you won't have any arthritis, and and then in small print it says, may cause death upon the first dosage, may cause your limbs to fall off slowly, but definitively, may cause delusions of large monsters attacking your crotch. That's all in small print. Or the guy on the TV, which is TV's version of small print, talks really fast. That's verbal small print. Sequoia helps you live longer and healthy and takes off the body fat. Sequoia is not to be digested. What you do, have no one to digest it. What you have to do, causes sclerosis, and you can die from the sun. You can also have the sun. Live better and freer and happy with Sequoia. Don't take the Sequoia. Don't take it with Sequoia. Don't take it with grapefruit. No, Sequoia can cause a... That's small print verbally. You know when they're rattling off stuff really fast, they don't want you to hear it. No, Ron, it's because we don't have time to say the entire disclaimer. No. Do you see my face? It's not as stupid as it looks. Small print, talking fast. Something's going on. You don't have to be Einstein, the guy with the crazy hair. What's up with the Einstein thing, by the way? What's up with his hair? What was that about? How could such an intelligent guy not care about how he looks? He could have had women falling all over him. I'm Einstein. Oh, my God. You're so sexy. But the hair, what the hell's with that? Einstein, come on, man. Get a comb. I mean, you're coming up with all these theories of relativity and all these algebraic things. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Buy a comb. I'm too busy. I'm too busy to comb my hair. I'm coming up with all kinds of theories and logarithms, and I don't have time to comb my hair. Well, neither do I, but apparently I make an effort. Do you even shower, Einstein? Anyway. My guest will be joining us momentarily. Interesting topic today. I think you'll find it fascinating. I really do. I'm not kidding you. I wouldn't kid you about something like... I'll kid you about other stuff, but I won't kid you about a guest that I'm going to interview. That is not funny. That's where I draw the line. I love that, drawing the line. I'm going to draw a line. Don't cross it. What happens if I cross it? Nothing. Just don't do it. I've drawn a line in the sand. Why'd you do that? It's easy to draw a line in the sand because the sand parts and you can see the line. Okay, all right, fine, whatever. Do you have any disclaimer about that? Don't cross the line on zone. Don't cross the line tonight. And I don't have to fall down the zone. Don't cross the line. It's not to money and not to play with someone. You know, now we sign contracts electronically. You don't even have to be there. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, read all that stuff, even though you don't understand it, because we'll use words you've never heard of. And then I'm going to ask you to electronically sign it so you don't have a chance to have anybody else look at it to see what a stupid idea this is that you're signing. And then I want you to date it. Why do you want me to date it if I'm signing it? Because we want to know the date that you actually agreed to this shit. Wow. This does not sound good. Don't sign stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Don't sign it. I know every once in a while you have to sign something. Like the HIPAA thing. Do you understand what the HIPAA thing is? That medical thing? When you go to the doctor, they ask you to sign the HIPAA thing. I don't know. I thought it was the hippo thing where, don't give my medical records to the hippopotamus because that would be awful. Well, the HIPAA thing is that your medical records stay your records, but you're signing saying other people can look at it who need to. Well, doesn't that go without saying? If you need to look at my medical records, look at them. What the hell? No, you have the right by law to have nobody know how sick you actually are. Oh, well, that's nice. Sign here. What's the small print? Oh, don't worry about that. Just sign. Then the next day, all your medical records are on the internet, on Google. All right. My guest joins us momentarily, but before my guest does that, there is a clause that I want you to sign. It's a clause for a commercial, and it goes something like this.
Gentlemen, have you ever been in the mood for a nice knish or maybe bagel and a schmear, but you're also in the mood for some exotic dancing? You can't find those in the same place. Until now. I'm Moishi Kaufman, inviting you to come visit us at Moishi's Knish and Strippers, the area's first genuine kosher deli and titty bar. Come in and rock out with your locks out and check out our dancers. These girls are so nice you'll plots, and they're all certified kosher. Maybe not the kind of girl you bring home to mother, but once you see Delia fold a dollar bill without using her hands, you won't care what mom thinks. Look, Bubby, you're in a strip club. That alone is enough to kill her. So live a little. Every Thursday, don't miss our buns and brisket buffet from noon to 6. Moishi's Knish and Strippers is closed on the Sabbath. Hey, we might be a little unorthodox, but we're not heathens.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, doctor. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Great. Dr. Micole Tuchman joins us now. She's a dermatologist. And we're talking about, I don't like to talk about cancer, doctor. I got to tell you right now. So I'm going to be very positive about this, about how we can avoid it. You, as a dermatologist, I know that you realize that this is becoming something of an epidemic. I don't like to use that word, but anytime the numbers start getting out of hand, that's what I call it. There is a rise in this particular situation, isn't it?
Yeah, there definitely is. I mean, last year there were over 200,000 new cases of melanoma diagnosed and about 7,000 deaths. Mm-hmm. But, I understand how you don't like to talk about it. The good news is, though, that when melanoma is detected early, it has over 99% clearance survival rates. So it's really important. As it gets detected later on, those rates really drop precipitously. So it's super important to have early detection. But you really can, detect these lesions very early. They're right there on the skin for you to see.
Yeah. It's interesting to me. I go every half year because I had a couple of little things that had to be removed. But at that point, I said to myself, no, it's covered by insurance. We're doing this. And I said to my dermatologist, like, why is this happening? I don't do sun tanning. I don't go out in the sun. I wear a hat. What's the deal here? And she told me, she says, well, if you went to the beach when you were just a little child and your mother took you to the beach and you laid in the sun, this could be a reason for it. And I thought, well, from childhood? Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, so yes and no. Definitely sun damage is cumulative, and about 20% of it is done before, of a lifetime amount of sun damage is done before the age of 20. Wow. But about 10%, there's about a 10% increase every decade. So it's not like you can't do anything about it once you've had that exposure. You certainly can prevent further damage as well.
Yeah, and we weren't really up on this stuff until fairly recently in our decade lives here because as I said, people used to just go themselves and rotisserie chicken themselves on the beach and thought nothing of it.
Totally.
And people are still
Yeah.
suntanning in these booths.
Yeah, I think there's a misconception that, like, if you don't burn, then you're okay. And the truth is that no tan is a safe tan. Even sun in the winter, even sun through the glass of your car, any sun exposure is bad, and it's cumulative, and it will cause some type of damage, whether that's a non-melanoma skin cancer or a melanoma skin cancer.
Yeah.
It's going to cause something.
Yes, no question about it. And also when you get older, the body seems to be a little less forgiving as far as things showing up. And I don't know why that is, but that seems to be the case too.
That's more because of the cumulative nature, because, what you're seeing is sort of a result of all the years behind you, and it sometimes doesn't manifest. There's sort of a delay until it starts showing up.
Yeah.
So what you were feeling like you're wearing your hat, what's going on, that is, probably from 30 years ago.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. So I guess that the real thing here is when you reach of age, you need to see a dermatologist like you see a regular doctor for a checkup, or like you see your eye doctor, or like you see your dentist. This has to be part of your regimen. Is that correct?
It is, but it's not even reaching a certain age, because melanoma really does not discriminate. Whereas the non-melanoma skin cancers tend to show up in older people because of the cumulative nature, melanoma is actually the leading cause of cancer death in women between the ages of 15 and 30. So this is actually something that really people need to start with skin checks early on, definitely as teenagers, to have a good baseline so you can see what's normal and what isn't, and if something changes along the way.
Yeah, so the two ways to be on the good side of this, if it does come up, is A, protect your skin, and I want to ask you about that in just a second as far as this SPF stuff is concerned. And the other thing is to indeed do the regular checkups. You said if you find it early, it's treatable.
Yeah, and a lot that leads us sort of to like a myth that people feel that they're going to go to the dermatologist, and some people stay away because they're afraid that they're going to get a biopsy, and they're kind of understandably worried about that. Yeah. But DermTech actually has this incredible sticker. It's really a sticker that's able to be applied to the skin, and you're able to extract enough genetic information from a lesion simply using a sticker that it really makes you not have to get a biopsy. So it's pretty amazing, and sort of can make people feel more comfortable that if they go to the dermatologist, it's not going to necessarily result in some cutting, which I think some people get worried about.
Oh yes. Well, if it shows positive, then it does have to be removed. There's no question about that. But so this is like a pregnancy test for your face.
I've never heard it that way, but I like that, but what's interesting is just like with a pregnancy, sometimes before you see changes in the mole, you actually can detect the changes with this genetic monitoring. So you're almost getting them before they even turn into melanoma, which is really amazing, because then your survival rates really, almost approach 100%.
Is this an over-the-counter thing? How do I get this?
So if you go to, there's two ways to kind of go about it. Many dermatologists are offering this, so you can always get it done at your dermatologist. You can also go to dermtech.com. They'll have a lot of information in general about melanoma, but you also can actually order a kit, and the kits can come to your home, and they can be done at home under the guidance of a dermatologist over telemedicine, which is really pretty amazing, especially if someone doesn't have access to a dermatologist or if there's a long wait, and it's really a pretty phenomenal thing that they can offer.
Okay. Now, SPF stuff. I mean, I don't understand why people don't put SPF 100 on their body, but I guess that's overkill. How does that work? I mean, what's our level here?
So the thing with SPF, and that's why there's always a little controversy over those super high numbers, is that by the time those numbers actually take into effect, you've probably sweated that sunscreen off. So in real life scenarios, probably an SPF 45 is about as much as you have to go, but you really have to reapply, and that's key. You got to reapply almost, if you're me, you apply every 15 minutes practically. If you're a normal person, you probably want to apply at least every 2 hours, and more often if you're sweating or you're swimming. So it's really about the reapplication more than the SPF.
Okay. Now, all right. So, but that's when you're out in the sun, or this is just a regimen every day?
So So, that leads us to kind of this thought that people have, like they just put sunscreen on when they don't want to burn. And the truth is that every amount of sun exposure you get that isn't kind of protected by a sunscreen is cumulative, whether it's in the wintertime, whether it's through the glass of your car, and certainly in the summertime. So you really want to wear sunscreen all the time. I would say in the wintertime, you probably don't need to apply it as often, simply because you're not sweating and you're not getting wet in that sense, so the sunscreen is staying put. There's also shorter daytime hours, but you really want to be wearing sunscreen all year round.
Yeah. It's funny and sad at the same time. If it's a bright sunny day and they say, "Oh, let's get outside. It's beautiful outside. There's not a cloud in the sky." I say to myself, "Okay, I got to be careful." And I can't just go walking around. It's I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
For sure. I mean, sunscreen is great, but personally, I'm all about sun kind of avoidance. I wear a big hat. There's nothing better than clothing and a hat and shade. Sunscreen is good, but the more protection, the more sun avoidance, really the better.
All right. Well, you have been a wealth of information. What's the website where we can visit to get more?
Yeah, you can go on dermtech.com, and they'll have a whole bunch of information regarding melanoma and skin cancer, and also how you can get more information about this, this new test that we have without any type of biopsy that you can perform at home even.
Great. And the DermTech is DermTech. And Dr. Micole Tuchman, that you've been great. I appreciate your time today. That'll do it for me today. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new show. But until then, I wish you peace.